we go, part 2. Part 2. I think we're good. Alright, we're good. We are good. Alright, everybody. I just posted the phone numbers and the codes. It's only one number, okay? So, we are going live right now. And it's only one number that you got to worry about. And I brought my phone. So what I'm going to have everybody do, we're going to do the first one. Let me get on there first. So let me get on first. So we're going to go ahead and let me put in this number, 949-229-4100. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my numbers in. Ah, dang it. Hold on, I got to start over. My things were sticking for some reason. Sorry about that. Let me start over. My numbers were sticking. I'm not sure how it got sticky. Okay, now if you're on right now and you want to help me test the system out, go ahead and put in 949-229-4100 and then use the participant code 977-342#, and I'll see when you come up. I'm not going to have it broadcast, but I will see when everything comes up, and that way you can actually hear me talking here and you'll hear me talking into the phone, okay? Now, what's nice is, as we're doing this, go ahead and do it now. I put the codes on there where you code 1, the very first code. So you're going to put in 949-229-4100. Okay? And then it is going to be 977-342#. So it should be right there on my Facebook and on my Instagram and on my Twitter. So you guys should all be seeing it right there. So put in the very first code. So that this is going to be the trucking code. This is going to be for all the truckers, everybody that wants to get on the trucking line. The reason why is because this is going to be the line starting on Monday that we're going to go over all trucking stuff. We're going to talk with truckers that are on and off the road, border to border, coast to coast, and we're going to let every single trucker know they matter, and we're going to go over different things, talk about different topics and everything else. That one will be at 7 o'clock starting Monday night, so 1900 on Monday night. So go ahead and right now, if you're on there, just dial in and save into your phone 949-229-4100, and then put in the code 977-342#. Okay, and okay, I got a bunch of people on right now. Good. I'm gonna push mute on that, just because I can see there's a lot of people coming on right now. I didn't realize I was going to get that many. And I appreciate you all getting on the try. This is the first one, so we're going to keep the first one going. Go ahead and get on there. Make sure that you can hear me. I got to mute the, as they're coming on. Star 5. Okay, so as you're coming on, I mute you. Okay, so keep coming on as I can hear you. We're doing the first code right now. So it's 949-229-4100. We're using the trucker code right now, which is 977-342#. Okay? And I need to do one other thing here. Star 2.
This call is being recorded.
There we go. So that we will record all the calls, so that anybody that didn't get a chance to listen to it can actually listen to the calls tonight, or any night, okay? That way you can always go back and listen to the calls, and you know, like I said, if there's something going on there, we will always have, people can go back and listen to them again. I'll put the, so you can listen to it again. I'll put the codes and stuff on, and how to put it in. Usually it'll be the date. So if you wanted to go back and listen to today's, the code would be to listen to the review of it, it'll be 1120 would be the code for that. But right now we're live. So dial into 949-229-4100. Just say your name and your state. Say hi and then hang up, okay? And I'll catch all that onto here. And that way we know that you know how to put the trucker code in, okay? So I'm only going to keep this open for just a few more minutes. That way everybody can learn to put it in their phone. 949-229-4100. And that is for the truckers starting on Monday. The reason why I'm making such a big deal about this is because it's very, very important that people have a lifeline out there, that people have a way of saying hi to truckers, for truckers to be able to say what's on their mind, what's on the road, you know. A lot of these truckers, they just might want to stay awake at night. And they may need somebody to stay awake at night. Sometimes, you know, maybe they got something to say. Maybe by saying something to us, they won't go out there and get mad at anybody else. Maybe they got something good to say. Maybe they saw something positive. I saw a guy the other day outside the store, you know, basically run after a little old lady because he wanted to make sure that he helped her, not realizing that she also had a handicap sticker, and helped her put everything in her vehicle. That was very, very kind of that guy, okay? I know people that find animals and always trying to find homes for them or trying to find their owners and stuff. That's always pretty cool. So you never know what a trucker may experience that wants to tell us about. You know, maybe somebody just gave you a tire off their truck. You know, maybe, you know, somebody actually gave you a lift somewhere else and you want to say thank you to them. You know, maybe you want to talk about what's going on in the world today and the different things that are going on. Maybe you heard something wrong. So go ahead and just for a few more minutes, we're keeping the line open for the trucker. We're doing the trucker right now, 949-229-4100. That, and then the code for truckers is 977-342-pound. Okay?
Your participants are now muted.
Okay. So as they're coming on and they're letting me know about it, if you guys need me to send a text message or something with the codes, the participation codes or something, I'll send you one too. But right now, just go to 949-229-4100. The trucking code is 977-342-pound. Okay? And I'll let everybody call into that one first. Now, it's going to be the same exact number when we do the military next. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one.
You are currently the only
Okay.
person in this call.
I hung up on everybody. Here we go. And we are done with this one. Star 2.
This call is no longer being recorded.
Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up with this call. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next one. This is the military call, just so you guys can practice and you guys want to. I'm not staying on very long tonight. I just want everybody to know how to do it, and you can call in right now while you're watching me and hear yourself on here. Remember, this is a little bit of a delay too on here. So now I'm going to call in for the military one. So if you're military, not maybe you just want to say thanks to a military, maybe you want to say something to a military, maybe you are a military. 949-229-4100.
Welcome to the conference line. Please enter the access code followed by the pound key. One moment, please. You are currently
Okay.
the only person in this
Alright,
conference.
I am now on, so now you can actually call the 949-229-4100, but this time you're going to use the code 586994-pound. So dial the number 949. This is the military call. This will be what goes on at 6 p.m. on Monday. We're going to be doing these, like, we're going to have a lot of different people on these, and we're going to keep this call going so that if anybody needs somebody, that they can do it. Maybe somebody just needs to call in. Maybe they're having a hard time. Okay, so dial the number 949-229-4100. The code is 586994-pound. 586994-pound. This is the second code. Okay, this is the military code. Alright, so as you're coming on,
This call is being recorded.
okay, so now as you come on, say your name, say who you are.
Your participants are now muted.
Okay, as they come on, make sure to say your name and where you're from, just so we know. This is just
Participants are now muted.
this is just to test it out. So go ahead and call in, and this is what we refer to as the military number. So 229-4100. And the code is 586994 pound. Okay? 586994 pound. So the regular number to call in, first number is the same as all the others. 949-229-4100. And then the code for military line, which everybody's welcome to be on, doesn't matter military or not, 586994 pound. So if you're on the night, go ahead and call it in there. So, you know, this is going to be the last testing before we do this on Monday. We may do a couple live calls tomorrow just to test it out and actually talk to some truckers that are getting ready to start their work week on Sunday and not Monday, okay? And like I said, okay, I had to unmute them real quick. So go ahead and let us know you're on. So dial 949-229-4100. This is for the military call. We're on number 2. So the participant code is 586994 pound. Getting ready to, so go ahead and get it called in and say your name. And because like I said, I'm going to get to the last call, which is going to be the national call, which is for everybody. But right now we're on the military one. Just if you want to learn how to call in there and do it, okay? The reason why is because you can benefit from this number. Maybe you got something to offer somebody. Maybe you want to tell somebody something. I don't know. But this is for all military, okay? And it's also to remind military that not only are they important, but maybe they have PTSD. Maybe they want to gripe about something. Maybe they want to bitch about something. Maybe they want to call somebody something. I know that sounds crazy. But you want to know something? It's better than going out and taking a life. It's going, you know, and this is our way of keeping the community open so that people can actually air out some grievances or, you know, take turns in learning their communication skills, okay? So go ahead and dial 949-229-4100. Participation code is 586994 pound. Participation code is 586994 pound. So go ahead and call in. The call-in number is 949-229-4100. And the code is 586994 pound.
Your participants are now muted.
Okay. So as you can see, you'll be able to hear. I'm just kind of keeping it right now, everybody's privacy right now. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. I want to wait a couple seconds because of the air time, the air lag on social media. It's a couple seconds long, and I've kind of just got told on my other phone to slow down a little bit. I'm slowing down. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Okay, so we're going to go in that one, and we're going to do the final call, okay? And the last call we're doing, this is going to be the nationwide call for anybody and everybody. This is just a call for everybody wants to get on it. The purpose of it is for anything else, making sure if somebody wants to talk, making sure if somebody wants to say something to somebody, maybe something's going on. That's great. Maybe you want to advertise your product or something without having to spend any money whatsoever. You know, that's great. Now, of course, if you do that, I'm only going to let you do it for a few minutes, but you can still do it if you want to. But I'm getting onto it now, just a second, and then I'll tell you what to dial. Okay. Okay. This is the third code. So this code is, after you dial the number, which is 949-229-4100, your code to dial into this number now is going to be 777129 pound. Okay? So you want to dial in 777129 pound.
This call is being recorded.
Okay. So this is the national, actually I guess you'd say international call, because if you can actually call from any country you're in. And this will be our national call, international call, whatever you want to say. I ask when you come on, you say your name and the state that you're calling from. We actually may keep this number going now for a little bit longer tonight because this is the national call. Okay, right now it is 8:58 my time, so it is 20:58 on November 20th, okay? So go ahead and call in. This is code 3. This is the last code. So call into 949-229-4100, and then you have to enter 777129 #, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave this number running for a little bit.
Your participants are now muted.
Okay. Oops, I'm going to unmute that as they come on.
Your participants are now muted.
Unmuted. I'm trying to unmute them. Hold on. I pushed the wrong button. Just a minute. So then, start 5 a second time. Press 5 a third time. Oh, start.
Your participants are now unmuted.
Okay, so this is the last one. I'm going to say this one a couple times. Okay, this one is actually going on right now. And what you'll do is you'll dial 949-229-4100. The code for this one is 777129 #, okay? And while we're doing that, I will read from challenge. So, and as you're calling in on the third one, state your name and your state. You can stay on the phone if you want to, or you can get off. It's up to you. But remember, it's 949-229-4100. Your code is 777129 #, okay? So the first one I'm going to do is by Anonymous. Whether adversity be a stumbling block, discipline, or blessing depends altogether on the use made of it. J.N. Figgis. Ask yourself for one moment what your feelings have been on the eve of some act involving courage. Whether it has been physical courage, as it is commonly called, or moral or intellectual. What has happened to you? If it has really called forth courage, has it not felt something like this? I cannot do this. This is too much for me. I shall ruin myself if I take this risk. I cannot take the leap. It's impossible. All of me will be gone if I do this. And I cling to myself. And then supposing the spirit has conquered and you have done this impossible thing, do you find yourself afterwards that you possess yourself in a sense that you never had before, that there is more of you? So it is thoughtful life. You know, nothing ventured, nothing won. Is it true in every hour? Is it the fiber of every experience that signs itself into the memory? What it's trying to say is a lot of us, we tell you, it can't be done. It's too much for me. I'm going to ruin myself, you know. I can't take the risk. I cannot take the leap. But you do anyway. And when you do, and you find out, not only did you take the risk, you took the leap, you took the risk. And it didn't kill you. It made you stronger. Now all of a sudden you're like, hey, nothing risk, nothing gain. Now you got this big head on your shoulders because you're like, hey, I did it. I have been able to achieve it. Okay? To make a difference in somebody's life, what do you got to do? You've got to take a risk. You've got to talk to people you don't normally talk to. You've got to show kindness when you're frustrated. You've got to basically fake the funk sometimes, okay? To those who have struggled with them, the mountains reveal beauties that will not disclose to those who make no effort. That is the reward for mountains give to effort. And it is because they have so much to give, and give it so lavishly to those who wrestle with them, that men love the mountains, and go back to them again and again. The mountains reserve their choice gifts for those who stand upon their summits. If you don't do it, you're not going to know it. You can watch it on TV till you're blue in the face, but you got to do it. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You know, I don't have to worry about what it's like to be a Marine, or, you know, all the people that I'm friends with because of the Marine Corps, the military in general, because we took that leap. Now, that doesn't mean that you've got to be a Marine. Some of you just have to step foot outside your house. I come from a town called Quincy, Illinois, and there are people that have never been to Missouri. Now, not knowing where Quincy's at, you're like, what does that have to do with anything? I can go 3 blocks, okay, 3 blocks, and we have what's called the Memorial Bridge and the Bayview Bridge. I can cross the bridge and be in Missouri within 5 minutes. There are people in my own hometown that have never once set foot in Missouri, but they're willing to complain about Missouri. They really talk about Missouri, but they've never even set foot in Missouri. They can talk to the blue in the face about how great or how bad Missouri is, but they've never even crossed into Missouri to find out what it to physically be there. They can, they have every means to, but they don't. This goes on with a lot of people. They have the means to do a lot of things, such as look up information, get the right information on things. To maybe you might want to be a truck driver. So why don't you go to school to do it? Maybe you want to be in the military. So go and talk to a recruiter. Why are you sitting there tell everybody, and you belong to this club that I refer to as a shoulda, woulda, coulda club. Should have done this, could have done this, would have done this. Let me complain about it even though I never done that. If you've never been there, if you've never done that, if you've never worked in the fields, or if you've never, been in a cornfield, or if you've never been on a farm, or never been in a factory, or if you've never worked in an office, how can you complain about it? You know what I'm saying? The whole idea is don't be part of those people. The mountains, they reveal to those that are in the mountains. We've been in the mountains. I've climbed mountains. I've rock climbed before. It's scary as heck. But you know what? I've done it. And you know what? I had to get out of my comfort zone. Because I have a fear of heights sometimes. Yet I have rappelled out of helicopters. I've jumped out of airplanes. I have, I've been parachuting. We used to have here in my hometown the World Free Fall Convention, which we do not have anymore. It took somebody, which it was more or less Don Curlin, but he stepped outside of his comfort zone and said, hey, we can bring this to Quincy. Let me show you how great it is. Yes, it took a couple politicians that were really, really shady to shut him down, and a bunch of people that followed along suit because they wanted to say negative things because they didn't get what they wanted out of the deal. But the fact is, the World Free Fall Convention brought in thousands of people of all makes, models, sizes from all countries of the world to a little town called Quincy, Illinois, to jump out of airplanes, to do the one thing that people are scared of, and made something beautiful, okay? And to me, that's a big deal. So that passage, that by Sir Francis Youngblood, he's basically saying, look, if you do not go and climb a mountain, then you don't know what you're missing. You can't tell anybody else how to do it if you yourself have never been there. I saw something on, that was called, not Hotel Hell, it was called Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay. And the lady opened up a culinary school. Yes, she wasn't even a chef or a cook. She opened up her own culinary school and was charging $300 a head, and she herself didn't even know how to cook. And to somebody like me, I look at that like, wait a minute, if you've never, ever learned culinary, then how on earth can you actually take money from people to teach them something you yourself don't even know how to do? It's crap, but people do it all the time, and it's wrong. Okay? So if I don't show you, and I don't experience it, and I don't go into it, you know how many people I've done so many different things, and people are like, oh, you've never done that, oh, you didn't do that. Yes, I have. I've done a lot of stuff. That's the reason why I videotape everything. It's the reason why I make sure to have the cameras going. It's the reason why I do live feeds of all these different places I've been. There's people that have been on my Facebook for years, but even before Facebook, a lot of Marines, I used to be the historian and also the lay reader within my company. And I took pictures and videos of everything, and I had them, and everybody, at the time, everybody's like, why are you doing that? No, that's stupid. We don't want any pictures. Now they call me up weekly, and we're like, hey, you got that picture? Hey, did you ever get pictures of this? And hey, man, I didn't even know you took that picture. Oh, my God, I remember those mountains. I remember Bridgeport. I remember the desert. I remember being in Croatia. I remember being in Kosovo. Oh, my God, Jeff, do you have pictures of me there, there, and there? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Why? Because I made sure to have photography of everybody. I made sure that everybody was remembered. And even at the time, they couldn't see it, I could. And now they're very grateful I did it. I've not had any complaints. There are other people's videos and stuff that I knew had it, and I've sent them their way because other people took pictures and videos and stuff like that. Some people wanted to know, like, the horses and stuff we've seen overseas, or people, a couple things that we wanted to see was the back of our ship having these rainbows in the middle of the night from all the different algae and starfish and jellyfish that actually glow in the dark. And they come out at night to eat all of the waste coming out of the back of the ships. And most people will never experience anything like that. Very few people ever get the experience being on a flight deck or, seeing an aircraft carrier. A lot of people will never know what it's like to have a camaraderie with certain people. I've got bonds and friendships with people, but, I did make sure to take pictures and videos, but they mean nothing compared to actually doing the actual thing. I do a lot of baking and cooking, so I can tell people, different things you can do. It's one reason why I say, if you want to take out a lot of aggression, a lot of anger, make bread. So, alright. So anyway, we got these phone calls up and going, as a lot of people came on and off. If you want to try one more time, I'm still keeping it open. Remember, 949-229-4100. The code for this one is 777129 pound.